Hello, everybody. Dale Dickerson and Coach Marcus Jameson here for the first coaches show this year. Coach, 1926, Olive Branch High School put on the pads in the fall of 26.
Yes, sir.
And said, let's play some football for the first time. And here we are, 100 years
100
later,
years later.
doing it again.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, to me, it's a real personal honor to be involved with the school in 100 years. Everybody's got their memories of the school's championships and who played and relatives played, but to be here for the 100-year anniversary,
yes, sir,
it's very special.
It is, and we, I think we are the only school here in, in our area of the state that can say that it's been 100 years of football.
Yep.
A lot of people can't say that.
Well,
so it's a big year for us. We're trying to plan a lot of things around it and trying to invite back as many alumni as we can.
Well, for the players that are on this team,
yes, sir, that's
going to be something that they will always be known for.
Yes.
And especially your four captains.
Yes.
The captains of the 100-year team.
Yes, sir.
Those are special kids.
They are.
And they were special already. You got some really good captains this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You do.
Yes, sir. Those kids, it means a lot more to them this year. It does. And they know that, we're Team 100 and they'll forever be remembered for it. And, their goal is to do something special this year. So,
well, I can tell you, I know there's a lot of people like me that have counted down the days.
Yes, sir.
Football and baseball is kind of drug on, and we had the World Cup, and we had all this stuff, but football fans finally say,
hey, we're back in that season.
We're back ready to finally play some football. We got a taste of it the other night in the Jamboree.
Yes, sir.
And I was telling you before we got on the air, we had a tremendous crowd that showed up for that Jamboree.
Yes, and it was. At some point I look up, every time when the game is going on and people see me looking around, looking up, I'm usually looking and speaking to my wife and my sister who are in the crowd, my niece, and I looked around and I was like, man, this is a Jamboree and there's quite a few people here.
It was.
Yes, sir.
The stands looked completely full.
Yes, sir.
And I was, usually when you have a Jamboree, you just have a few people show up and family and friends and stuff, but there's a lot of people that are excited, I guess, about this year.
Yes, sir.
That's a good sign for this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, it is.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about how the game went. I know y'all had really good offense a couple of times.
Yes,
I mean, one of the little drills, I think y'all scored like 3 times.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In 6 plays or something.
And we, at that point right there, we were just trying to get our playmakers the ball and to prove to them, to ourselves that, hey, we can score when we, kind of when we want to or whatever. So it was just a situation that, we had to go apply it and see if we can go catch a go ball, catch a jump ball, win a 50-50 ball, all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, I was going to say, we mentioned that in our little broadcast of that looked like you were trying to get your playmakers the ball in open space.
Yes.
And I guess that was Darnell Harris that went up on that. And he's one of the players that I think it was 4 y'all had that the state listed as players to watch at their position. Sir. He was one of them.
He's one of them. And Darnell is a kid, Darnell's been a basketball and baseball player his whole life. And he's played football as well sometimes. But I tell you, Darnell he may be the best athlete in the school. And, he proved it, I'm glad others got a chance to see what we see every day.
Yep.
He's got the best hands on the team. That's his hands down. He's got the best hands on the team. The kid is maybe 5'9", 5'10", but he plays like he's 6'1".
I was going to say, he went up and high pointed that ball. Very impressive catch.
Yes, sir.
Because he had somebody all over him.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And then it was good. And then the very first one, we got a real long pass to JR.
Yes, sir.
And he got the ball in open space. And
yes, sir.
Once he got 2 steps ahead, so y'all not going to catch him.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we worked on this year. And that play that he actually scored on, our quarterback, Kylan Reed, he broke a couple of tackles, stepped up in the pocket. And that's one of the things that our offensive coordinator, Coach Mayfield, worked with him a lot on this summer was, hey, let's not look to give up on the play and just take a sack. Keep looking, because one of those guys are going to spring free at some point, and it happened.
He had a very impressive scramble, too.
He did. He did.
20 yards.
Scored on the touchdown.
Took a couple of tackles and got out. And I saw one of the wide receivers blocking downfield once he started.
Yes.
So it all clicked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so, even on that second long touchdown that we had, the most impressive thing that I showed the kids from film yesterday from that game Friday night, when JR got the ball and made a couple of moves, the only reason he scored that touchdown because You had three receivers who were down the field blocking. That was Darnell, Tariq Millbrooks, and Trey Craddock. And I mean, Trey looked like a fullback out there when he hit that kid and it sprung JR free. And the most amazing thing about it, we always telling the kids, chase the ball, chase the ball. Our offensive line, they came all the way down the field too. So it was some good things.
Our defense looked really good. I
Yes,
know
sir.
we had an outmatched opponent, but our defense, we have some players that really look like some really good football players.
Yes,
Just
sir.
standing on the sidelines and
Yes, sir.
looking on the field.
Yes, sir.
You said that's a football player, but just look
Yes, sir.
at him.
And the biggest difference between us this year and last year, when I got there, we're looking like, man, this is not a 6A football team. And so Coach Hibbler, who's our defensive line coach and our strength coach, I got with him and we've got to change how these kids look. So we hit the weight room. We truly married the weight room. And now we're starting to look like a football team. And, you talk about the guys defensively. Ryan Johnson, he's a 6'2" linebacker we got Cannon Juarez, he's a 6'4" linebacker on the other side of it. And in the middle, we've got, Raiden Kane. And we just got a plethora of guys around. And in our secondary, it's a lot of those guys first time playing, but, it's some older guys. So, they're used to it and they know what we expect.
Juarez didn't play last year, did he?
No, sir. He had a hernia surgery right before the season. Like, we was going to play. And, Cannon was maybe 6'2" or so last year. He was actually measured in when we went to Ole Miss this summer. He was measured at 6'5". So that's a big plus to him.
He looked very impressive.
Yes, sir.
And the little Kane kid, I told
Yes.
him in the booth, I said, I'm going to mess this up, but I'm going to say Raising Kane sometime during the season.
Hey, I joke with him all the time, calling him Raising Cane. So he'll know it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was really impressed that we didn't have any obvious penalties, people
Yes,
jumping
sir.
off sides. Everybody looked like they knew where they were supposed to go.
Yes,
So
sir.
it looks like they've had a great preparation
Yes, sir.
in camp and during the summer.
Yes, sir.
And now we play a real game.
Yes, sir.
And we having to go to Shannon, and Shannon was a playoff team last year.
Shannon is a playoff team, and Shannon is a really good team. They're one of the best teams in 4A. Like, every 4A team we're playing made it into the playoffs, and they got, beyond the first and second round last year. So, we have our work cut out for us, but, we learned from our mistakes from last year. So,
All right. I was looking last night. I think we played like 4 running backs during
Yes.
the jamboree.
Yes.
And we got 4 deep. Who are you going to be? Who's your starter?
our starter is going to be Javaris Hickman.
That's
yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. He's number 5. He's a load. He's a load with the tackle. Kind of two A, 2B guys. It's going to be, another junior running back, KJ Smith, and we've got a freshman running back. He was number 27, Rod Smith,
Yes.
third. He's impressive. That kid has so much talent. This is his first time ever playing running back, so he's still learning the position. And Coach
He had
Williams has done a
several
great
good runs where he
Yes.
broke tackles and
Yes.
fixed his holes and
Yes.
and very impressive
Yes,
runs.
yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a big time player for us. So we've got some guys who can withstand the hits, and we can keep them fresh with the depth we've created there. So
Colin looked very good at quarterback.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he, like I said, he was picking out targets and scrambling,
Yes, sir.
looking, and I thought that he had a really good jamboree the other night.
Yes, sir. And the thing that Colin has grown so much in is he's in control of the huddle now. He's in control of the field. Like, he's making sure everybody's set, telling everybody, hey, you got to play, let's get here, because we're trying to play fast, and he's the general on the field. So he's grown tremendously in that aspect.
Yes, he has. He looked like he was in control the other night. I mean,
Yes,
he's pointing to players and,
Yes.
and doing that kind of stuff where sophomore or junior quarterback may not feel
Yes.
comfortable doing that, but as a senior,
Yes,
he knows what he's supposed to do. And
Yes, sir.
that's a good thing.
it is.
Let's see. What kind of problems and stuff do you see with Shannon? I know they got a couple of really outstanding players.
Yes. They're pretty good in the trenches. Now, their linebacking core, they are fast and they will strike you. I think that's the strength of their defense. The secondary is pretty good as well as the defensive line too. But that linebacking core, if you look at them, you can, me as a defensive guy, I'm looking at them like, gosh, man, they can fly. And so offensively, they're returning an experienced quarterback, and he's pretty good. We charted he threw a pass to a receiver off of a scramble, and the pass was in the air for 58 yards. So we've been telling the
remember it
DBs.
from last year.
Yes, we've been telling the DBs you got to get back.
Last year.
And they've got a kid, number 2. They put him in the backfield. They put him in the slot. We've got to pay real close attention to him as well. So,
well, we're gonna get on the field Friday night, and hopefully the weather will kind of stays like it has been, a little cooler than because it was pretty hot the other night when the jamboree started and the sun shining on that turf and stuff. I know I was concerned about the heat with that, but we rotated a lot of people in. And
yes.
I know our second and third team got a lot of snaps in that game, so
yes.
nobody did like anybody come out banged up or anything.
No, we didn't have anybody banged up, and actually we get 2 key guys back, like a tight end / linebacker, and then we get another one of our starting linebackers back this week, so we can kind of slowly integrate them back in. One of them had an MCL surgery during the summer, and the other one suffered a broken ankle, and he'll be back next week. So
okay,
I mean, perfect timing for us.
That's great.
Yes, sir.
Well, Shannon does not have a place for us to broadcast from. They want us to climb on top of the press box, and Sam and some of us are a little past the climbing the ladder up to the press box. But I will be there, and I'll be posting scores live on Facebook as they happen. So the next week we will actually be at home for Lewisburg,
yes, sir.
September the 4th.
Yes, sir.
That's not homecoming, is it?
No, sir. Homecoming is October 2nd against Charleston.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Homecoming is October 2nd.
Our next home game will be in 2 weeks against Lewisburg. Hope to see everybody there, and we'd like to see a good road turnout here for Shannon.
Yes,
so game's at 7 o'clock at Shannon, and we'll be back next Monday to tell you what happened in the ball game. And thanks everybody for tuning in this morning.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Cool.